You don't have a revenue problem. You have a repetition problem. Let that sink in for a second. Because if you're like most commissioned or team based salon owners I talk to, your schedule is busy, your team is busy, your Instagram looks beautiful, and yet your bank account doesn't reflect the hustle. You've been telling yourself, we just need a few more clients, or we need a stronger team. If I had more hours in the day. But I'm here to tell you that's not the truth. I remember sitting in my car outside the salon a few years ago, and I had just finished a 10-hour shift, back to back clients, no lunch, no potty breaks, tired. And I looked at the numbers and realized I made less that week owning a salon than I did working behind the chair full time. That was my explosion moment. And I thought, this can't be it. I didn't build a business to be this broke, this tired, and this trapped. But that's what happens when we build a business without systems, without repetition, without understanding how real wealth is created in this industry. That's when everything shifted for me. I went from emotionally exhausted to powerfully equipped, from revenue confusion to repeatable cash flow. And today I'm giving you the blueprint. So, first, let me tell you a few lies we believe. Because I used to think I just needed more followers, but the truth, I needed a system that converted strangers into sales. I used to also just think if I just hired the right team, everything would work. But I didn't have the framework to lead, train, and track them. I also used to think that raising my prices would scare people away. Now I know it attracts the right people and allows me to serve deeper. Because the truth is, you don't need more hours. You need higher leverage. You don't need to be more talented. You need better systems. And you don't need to be the smartest. You just need a roadmap that works. Here's the truth that no one is saying on Instagram. Most salons don't stall because of lack of skill. They stall because there's no system that produces revenue on repeat. So let's look at what really creates sustainable salon income. First, a high average ticket. That's right. The next is a high rebooking percentage, AKA, this is your new guest, new client retention. The third thing is that's right, your team productivity. So you want to monitor this as a percentage and you want to see it increase week over week. Because a business model that sells transformation, not time, it really, because the truth is, like, if you're just selling time and you're not selling that transformation, most salon owners are stuck on the grind treadmill and they never make it to the growth track. Because, I want to talk to you about this concept. I learned this from Myron Golden, and I adapted it for salons. And if I wanted to make if I wanted to do 10K a day, which would definitely get you at that, $1 million mark or more, the truth is, I don't need to work harder. I need to sell higher value transformation. So let's break it down. Because if you did 10 clients at $1,000, that would give you that 10K day. Or you could also do 20 at $500, and that would also give you that 10K day. Or you could do 100 clients You see where we're going here? 100 clients at $100, and that could still get you to that 10K day. So what does this mean for you? It means stop selling a haircut and start selling a transformation. And your gold promise is what you really sell. Here's a great real life example for you. We don't just do extensions. We give women their confidence back. And when you sell that, you can charge $1,000 and people will thank you for it. You might be thinking, well, that sounds great, Lindsay, but my clients won't pay that much. But let me lovingly challenge you. Is that a belief or is that a fact? Because I've helped salon owners in tiny towns and big cities with 3 chairs or with 30 create offers that their dream clients gladly buy. And here's how. You have to position the promise, not the price. Build a brand of transformation. Use systems to automate the follow-up. You don't need everybody. You need the right somebody. So let's talk about what to track weekly. You guessed it. Your average ticket, your rebook percentage, and your productivity. You want that average ticket, aim to raise it by 10% every 90 days. That rebooking percentage, set a baseline. 80% is ideal. The team productivity, you want to think about, are your team members 80% booked? Somebody new, get them to 50. The goal is to get to 80. So use a simple dashboard or even just a whiteboard and track it every Monday. If the numbers aren't growing, the business isn't growing. There was a moment I'll never forget. I was rushing out of the door to get to the salon one morning, and my daughter stopped me and asked, "Mom, are you coming to Donuts with Grown-ups today?" And my stomach dropped. I had no margin in my day, no plan, and no backup. And I knew something had to change. Now, I design my weeks around what matters most, and I make money while I'm not in the building. And I get to be both the mom and the mogul. And you can too. This is what we teach inside a salon business school. It's not another marketing course. It's a transformation experience for salon owners who are ready to lead, scale, and create legacy. So if you're tired of guessing, if you're done duct taping strategies from YouTube, and you're ready for a real roadmap to 7 figures and beyond, then your next step is simple. Click the link to join our next 3-day challenge, and let's make the next 90 days the most profitable and peaceful season of your career. Now, let's go back to where we started. You don't have a revenue problem. You have a repetition problem. Now you have the repetition. Now you have the blueprint. Now it's your move. Track your numbers. Raise your promise. Build your systems. Because you didn't build a salon to survive. You built it to scale and thrive. I believe in you. Now it's time you believe in what's possible for your business next.